That was strange. I have no idea what just happened. For some reason, YouTube showed me a dark and black video. Really strange. Well, who knows? At least now we should be live. And yeah, let's hope that it stays like this. So yeah. Salut Quill. So today is my birthday and tomorrow I will have a real birthday stream where I play some Undertale. And today I just wanted to talk to you guys and have a nice evening. As you can see, I have a nice fireplace behind me. I hope the fire is not too loud. It should be okay. Thanks. And I actually got myself... Hey, thank you, Tatsma. I got myself some nice and tasty Betsy. Betsy is orange lemonade and cola mix, which is pretty tasty. The most known Spezi is made by Paulaner, a beer company, and I have the version from Feldschlösschen. Feldschlösschen is a beer company local to the town where I live. It's a bit cheaper than the well-known Spezi from Paulaner, and the bottles are filled to the brim with nice and tasty sugar water. So I'm going to open my first bottle now. Smells really nice. And I would say cheers. The best thing about Spezi is that it's non-alcoholic, so I like to drink it. I had a lot of Spezi when I was moving because I thought it was important that all of my movement workers actually got something to drink. And because of all of the sugar in the Spezi, it's a good thing to get some energy back. Hey Frisky, thanks. Actually, something that happened today, I am watching Nuke's Top 5. That's a YouTube channel that posts many different paranormal activity videos. And I watched them for 3 or 4 years now. And just today he released a new video and I was commenting saying, whoa, a Nuke's video on my birthday, what a nice gift. And suddenly I got like 4 or 5 people congratulating to my birthday. It just shows how wholesome some communities can be. The same for you guys. You're also really top. I like you a lot. So I have not really planned anything. And for the ASMR, I just thought I could eat some saltlet, make some noises, maybe do some strange talking. I mean, some people are actually into those whispering into the microphone stuff. I don't have one of those ASMR microphones with the styrofoam head and the 2 ears with microphones in it, so I have to do it with a normal microphone. Ah, talking about microphones, on it was Sunday. On Sunday I got an offer from a microphone company. They offered me $500 if I would showcase their microphone in my videos. And I was like, so you said that you actually watched my videos and you want me to showcase your mic? But I'm doing VR. You don't see any microphones in my videos. And even if I'm doing VTubing, there is no microphone that I can show. And I don't see a reason why I should buy a $400 microphone to get a $500 placement money. That's like, no thank you. I mean, I like my Audio Technica. It's a good microphone. It's not too expensive, and I think the audio quality is pretty nice. I might be able to get a bit more out of it. Hey Kiwi, thanks. A bit more out of the microphone by maybe tweaking a little bit more of the visualizer and equalizer and whatever. But it is just a USB microphone, and it's doing a good job. Yeah, Audio Technica is OG, that's for sure. I was really surprised when I was in Japan and I saw all of these AT shops everywhere. And it just shows how big the brand is actually. Here in Europe you usually have mostly Bose and Rode. No, not really sure how to pronounce them. RHODE. And they have a lot of microphones here. And a lot of newcomer streamers are using those microphones, which I can totally understand. No one should use more than $200 on a microphone if he starts doing YouTube or Twitch. Because on YouTube and Twitch, you have limitations for your audio quality, so having a microphone that pushes more kilobits in audio than the actual streaming platform allows is just wasted. That's also the reason why I got a normal USB microphone and not one with those mixtable microphones. Because I will not record any videos that I want to put on purchase in any stores. So for me, I chose a microphone that just uses the same bitrate than YouTube has. The Blue Yeti Nano, is it the one that is like a little ball? I read a lot about it, and it's actually pretty cheap, or not really cheap, but affordable compared to some Sennheiser microphones. And yeah, the Blue Yeti was one of the best sellers on Amazon, but because I don't like Amazon, I chose to get with Audio Technica. I had to pay $1 more because I purchased it on the AT website and not from Amazon. Talking about Amazon, one of the former Amazon key logistic persons started to work for the company I'm working right now. That was really interesting. So now I can't openly say that I don't want to use Amazon anymore because she worked there. And she was a pretty big thing over there. Okay. Well, at least I got the right direction at least. I also heard or saw that some VTubers actually are using Bluetooth microphones, which is interesting. I thought they would usually use a normal streaming setup. And to be honest, I never heard of Bluetooth microphones before. For me, there was always just the USB ones and the XML, the mix-pulled stuff. Having a mixtable or mixboard to your microphone is actually pretty nice. I mean, I could just adjust volume, pitch, stuff like this. But that's a lot of tag that you have to place somewhere. And when I started using this microphone, I was still like 5 meters or 15 feet away from my PC. So that was not an option. I just chose the USB version. It was a bit more expensive than the non-USB version, but I still like it. I got a boomstick for $20. It's doing a good job, even has the microphone spider, and it's really nice. I had to remove one of the suspension thingies because it had too much power, and now it just works. It's really good. I like it. One of the most expensive things in my streaming setup are my headphones. They are also from Audio-Technica. They are a Bluetooth headset or Bluetooth headphones that also have a cable connection. I usually have the cable plugged into my PC, but when I'm doing chores or doing laundry, the dishes, stuff like this, I just use the Bluetooth. And I even can play games with them while in Bluetooth mode, because those headphones do have a low latency mode. And with this, you don't really notice any delay between the video on the screen and the audio in the headphones. And they are very comfortable. I wear them for around 6 hours at a time and don't notice them that much. I had some gaming headphones before and the padding actually hurt the ears after a while, but with them everything is nice. I watched all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies again, and I used my headphones. I had them connected with Bluetooth to my PlayStation, and I watched all of the movies with the headphones without any problems. The headphones were about $180, so like $60 more expensive than my microphone. And I really like them a much. They are studio headphones, so they don't have those extremely bass like you have with gaming headphones, where the bass is more prominent. And at first you could say, oh, the bass is, or the bass, yeah, bass. The bass is not the best, but that's not true. Everything sounds just natural, and that's what I like about them a lot. So. The day at work was actually pretty chill. A lot of stuff was getting implemented today, so I had to work more than usual over the last couple of days. But yeah, I went home a bit earlier than usually. I actually wanted to go home even earlier, but in the end I had to stay longer. But it didn't feel like I did much today. It was a bit strange. Maybe because the weather got better in the evening. This morning we had some rain with some snowflakes in it. And around noon it cleared up. We had a blue sky, sunshine, about 12 degrees Celsius. So it was actually a pretty nice day outside. So I went on a lot of works today. I walked a lot at work. So, and now I'm out of topics. I have no idea what I should talk about, to be honest. Do you have anything you want me to talk about? Like, I don't know, stuff? Yeah, we talked today. That was nice. To be honest, I really enjoy my Mondays now because with the Gothic phone sessions that we have, it is so much fun. It makes the Mondays so much more bearable. And with such a good start in the week, everything can just get better. That's cute, Quill. That reminds me of my old cat. Every time it snowed, he wanted to go outside. So we opened the balcony. He went out, jumped into the snow, and then he was like, nope, that's cold and that's white and I don't like it. Then he wanted back inside. Then he went straight to the heater, sat in front of the heater and was just like sitting there getting the heat. It was so cute. Maybe they made Gothic phone just for Kiwi. That just shows how much we like you. Actually, today I was a bit disappointed because last year I got a little birthday present from my company. It was a happy birthday card with a little coupon so that I could go shopping nearby. And this year I got nothing. I was a bit disappointed. But one of my coworkers actually baked a cake today. And it was really tasty. So we had like our coffee and tea break for more than an hour, eating really tasty cake. And had coffee. A lot of coffee. Half the day I'm at the coffee machine and drinking coffee. Yeah, it's a really tough job. I have to drink a lot of coffee. Oh. 3 coffees a day. I actually reduced my coffee intake by quite a bit, because before I always had like 3 cups of coffee in the morning after waking up, then at least 2 cups of coffee at work, and usually in the evening or late afternoon another cup of coffee. And nowadays I have 1 cup of coffee after waking up, 1 when I start my work, then 1 10 o'clock coffee, 1 11 o'clock coffee, 1 12 o'clock coffee, usually 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and sometimes 4 o'clock, maybe, sometimes. Sometimes I have an espresso and then a cacao over it, which is pretty tasty. Hey, come, thank you. I still remember when I was in college back in 2008. Back in 2008, I had like 10 cups of coffee a day. It was a rough time. Komm, süßer Tod wird mit Ü, SZ und einem D geschrieben. It's really strange that the song from End of Evangelion is called Comms User Toad, even though there's not even one single German word in the whole lyrics. But it's an awesome song. There are also some really nice song covers for Comms User Toad, which is really nice. How do you drink your coffee? Like everyone else, I open my mouth, put this brown black stuff in my mouth, and then I just swallow. No, I drink my coffee black. I don't like sugar in my coffee because it just tastes really, really strange. And usually I don't drink my coffee with milk. The only time I put milk in the coffee is when the coffee tastes really, really disgusting. So if you ever see me put milk in my coffee, you know that the coffee is not for human consumption. That happens really rarely, because usually as long as it's coffee I can drink it. Even though nowadays I do have standards, so I don't drink any instant coffee anymore, because this stuff just doesn't taste anymore. And I also don't like the coffee from those coffee pads, like the Nespresso or whatever they call it. And it's fast to make, but it's super expensive and it doesn't taste good. So nowadays I do have my grinder. I grind my coffee beans, or the machine grinds the coffee beans. I'm too lazy. And I got freshly brewed coffee, which tastes better than the already grinded coffee powder when you use it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, huh? Okay, then Quill had the whole opposite of me. I started with instant coffee and just coffee powder, and I went to a pretty simple coffee grinder machine, and now I have a pretty useful coffee machine with a lot of other super expensive stuff that I never know that I would ever need it. And for example, I have one of those milk creamer in there that I don't use, and sometimes I make espresso. Espresso is okay. And talking about espresso, I still have my gamer gums, my gamer bubble gum that makes me chew in more FPS. This stuff actually really does have a lot of caffeine in it. I tried out some last weekend, and they do pack quite a punch. It's really like drinking 2 espresso. So maybe next time I have a 24-hour stream, I can use this stuff to stay awake. But the next big thing would be at 3,000 subscribers, the Shrek watch-along in Beat Saber, where I played the first Shrek movie. I also have the other Shrek movies, but I'm not sure if there is any video in the background. I don't like capsule coffees, because we had them at work, and for me that coffee wasn't that tasty. It's still pretty nice, especially if you got a good brand and not just some strange no-name stuff. And some coffee flavors are actually pretty nice in the coffee pads or capsules. But yeah, I prefer the just simple, freshly grinded coffee beans. The coffee beans I'm using right now are called Togo. Yeah, Togo, like the African country. From the company Café Mare. It's a cafe roastery in Hamburg. And yeah, those beans are actually pretty nice. I think they're about 70% Arabica or something. Hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean, Quill. But interesting enough, since I got my bachelor professional, I have to do even more coffee cleaning at work. And yeah, after I clean the coffee machine at work every day, cleaning my private coffee machine once a week is not really that much of a problem. I mean, I have two cleaning programs. One is for cleaning and disinfection, and the other one is those what's it called in English? I have to Google search for it. Because I don't know the English word for it. To decalcify. Okay. So I have two programs, one for desinfection and the other for decalcification. That sounds wrong. Delime. Okay, delime would be easier because I know that limestone is actually Kalkstein. Okay. Then we are going with lime. Yeah, the lingu.org said that D-scale was...
Calcite removal.
what was that?
D.
Eh? Eh? Why did the TTS start? Eh? Okay, now I'm a bit confused. Oh no! Oh no! It's in the walls! I'm sorry for this. Strangely enough, I hadn't unmuted the TTS. Yeah, I guess so. It still shows me that the TTS is muted, so it's really strange that it said anything. You think so? Oh, come on, TTS. I know you like me, right? So let's unmute the TTS and see if he wants to do something.
The stream is haunted.
Okay, if you say so. That's actually really interesting because, like I said, I just watched Nuke's Top 5. There are some really scary videos in there. Especially Japanese horror movies. The Japanese know how to be scary and creepy. They don't have to put on any makeup or any special effects, they are just creepy by default. And that's not in a bad way. Some really nice examples for creepy Japanese horror stuff is Ju-On, The Grudge, and The Ring. Both original Japanese videos are really scary, and they are not so over the top as the English counterparts, but because of that, they are more scary. So, can you actually hear when I put one of the swortlets in my mouth? I guess not. The jump was just me biting the ghost in the leg. When I'm using the VTuber avatar, I usually don't use the NVIDIA broadcast, because the NVIDIA broadcast is really good to cancel out any outside noises, but it also canceled out me whistling with W, and also any other sounds that I make that's not direct speech. So it is good because when I'm using or when I'm playing VR, my PC sometimes get loud, and the broadcast actually canceled this out, which is nice. And yeah, but then I can't do stuff like in the microphone or doing anything other that would be nice. The problem I have now is that I actually use voice amplifier and reductor at the same time, so that I'm not too loud and not too quiet. So I'm not really sure what you can hear and what not, because usually I know that you can't hear anything. I can be there, I can have a fist fight with a fish, you wouldn't notice, but without NVIDIA broadcast it's a different story. I know it's not called reductor, it's called something. I'm too lazy to look at my filter right now. Yes. Without any amplifier, I'm quite quiet, and sometimes it's get really loud and then it doesn't sound that good. I don't change any voices or pitches or stuff like this. It's really just to make quiet noises a bit louder and louder noises a bit quieter, so that it's a pretty even audio level. And I also have it that it only activates at a certain amount of noise, so that you usually don't hear me typing on the keyboard and stuff. Another thing that is not a good thing if you want to do ASMR, I have one of those pop guards in front of, or wind guards in front of my microphone, and this cancelled out some of the noises that I might do. It's late and my brain is not the best. Actually, on Sunday when I played some VR chat, I said to some people, my English is not the yellow from the egg, and they totally understood what I wanted to say, so that's not a strange thing to say. Sadly, VR chat still is broken for me, even after half a year. Maybe they can fix it at some point. Actually, right now at work... Yeah, Quill, you can't hear this expression from anyone else other than me, because that's a German thing that we just literally translated into English, and in Germany it became something of a meme to say this in English, that your English is not the yellow from the egg, and it just means that the English is not really the best. because for some reason the yellow of the egg is the best thing of the egg. And when we say my English is not the yellow from the egg, then the English is not just the best part of us. Hey there, Sebastian, how are you? Hey there, Modu as well. I know it was 2 years ago, but I saw Happy mentioning you while rewatching his videos, and I decided to sub to you and saw that you were live. And no, I didn't make any ASMR channel. Today is like a slight dip into the whole ASMR stuff. I had some book reading streams and some just chatting streams, but they never really got that much traction or attention. So right now I'm just doing some talking, and maybe I get a bit more into ASMR. I actually had something planned for no, actually not. I was asked for ASMR since pretty much my first QPR videos in English. Back then I was really, really insecure with my voice, and that got fixed pretty well. Till the other day when Frisky said that my voice is disgusting and he wants to rip off his ears. Just kidding. But yeah, I wanted to do some ASMR stuff with Beat Saber, with VR chat, but VR chat said no. Oh, thanks for the follow. So let's see if at least my alerts work. Some of my stuff is broken, and I don't know why. Now that I have a new follower, I might have to do a bit more ASMR stuff. So, just going to check why it didn't show my overlay stuff. It's really strange. Is it enabled? It should be.
Welcome to my channel.
That's really strange. If I emulate it, it works, but it doesn't work now. Ah.
Welcome to my channel, Sebastian Kid.
It just took like 20 minutes. That's slow. Well, at least it works. Nice. Because that's the only way for me to notice if anyone is giving super chats or stuff like this when I'm in VR. Because in VR the TTS doesn't read any super chats, super stickers, and what else is there? Yeah, maybe because the TTS was a bit sulky because the alert is allowed to say something and I am not. Not with me. You shall not pass your message. Yes. Nom, 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 nom. If you have the chance to taste Betsy, you should do so. The person who has the highest chance of tasting Spezi is actually Whiskey. Because he's not that far away from German Spezi vendors. Maybe I should just visit him and give him a Spezi at some point. Yeah. Nice cup of tea is actually really nice. I like Earl Grey. Earl Grey is nice. And Darjeeling. Darjeeling is more like at lunch. And if I just want to relax, I really like to make nice Earl Grey. Yeah, I only stream on YouTube. For one reason, I try to avoid Amazon as much as possible. That's why I don't stream on Twitch. And other streaming platforms are not really that good. Some are very sketchy with their crypto stuff in it. And some have some really strange concepts about the creators having to pay the platform and stuff like this, and I don't need this. I can't drink any spearmint and peppermint tea, especially peppermint tea, because when I was in middle school, or yeah, it was the middle school, right before I hit high school, there was a lot of circumstances in the family, and I had tummy cramps almost every day, and my mom always gave me peppermint tea every day. Liters and liters of peppermint tea, like gallons of peppermint tea every day without stop. It was like torture. And yeah, since then I don't like this stuff so much anymore. I like the slight touch of lemon in my Earl Grey. It's really nice and refreshing. I still remember I once streamed on Facebook. So one of my earlier streams, when I still had my 1080 Ti and my super crappy internet, I streamed on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook simultaneously. I don't like milk and tea, milk and sugar in my stuff. The only time I have milk in my coffee is when I'm having a cappuccino. But cappuccino is a milk coffee, so and you need to have the milk. And the only time when sugar is okay in coffee is in cold brew iced coffee. I first had this in Japan because we wanted to have iced coffee. And in Japan they don't have iced coffee like we have here in Germany or at McDonald's. But they had iced coffee with ice ed coffee. It was just coffee with ice cubes. And they add sugar to it. And that was pretty okay. Then we went to a barista and he made cold brew iced coffee. And that was just tasty. Hey, der Talsmann. People actually put a lot of sugar in the coffee so that you really can say you have some coffee in your sugar. And then you don't have to drink coffee at all if you just kill it with all the sugar and milk. You can also get a normal ice coffee or iced coffee here. But I never found a good cold coffee here in Germany that came close to the thing that we had in Japan. We had coffee cans here in Germany for since forever, and yeah, I had a black coffee can in Japan as well because I also saw it in anime. It didn't taste like coffee at all. It tastes weird, not bad, but weird, and I can't describe it. It was not coffee. But in general, Japan has so much fancy nice stuff. The one thing I'm still really pissed about is Fanta. Fanta is a German company who makes lemonade. And by the way, original Fanta from Germany is not orange, it's yellow and tasty. But in Japan they have melon soda, which is Fanta with watermelon. It's the most delicious thing you can ever drink. The best beverage ever. No one can argue against this. But we don't have this in Germany. We have every taste. We have whatever thing comes out of the desert with Fanta. We have Moonstone with Fanta. But not watermelon. I have to import watermelon Fanta from Japan for 4 or 5 times the normal Fanta price. That's not right. Yes. I'm drinking way too much of this Spezi. There was actually a Japanese VTuber who lived in Germany, and some of her friends gave her a Spezi once, and she became one of the worst Spezi addicts I ever saw. Every second of her streams was about Spezi. She had Spezi testings and Spezi everything. It was really cute. But to be honest, Spezi is delicious. The second delicious thing on the planet. You have to like it though, so it's not for everyone. So. What do we have in chat? Yeah, I'm from Saxony and I grew up with coffee, so coffee is just in my veins. And if I don't drink coffee, my parents think I am sick and then I get even more coffee. To be honest, I drink tea and coffee at the same time because I just like the taste of it, so it doesn't really matter what it is as long as it tastes. Mips, mips, mips. Can still remember a couple of years ago, like 1.5 years ago, I had a CubeVR live stream and we talked about the definition of tea and that there's actually only like 4 different teas, like white tea, green tea, black tea, and that more or less it. There's nothing like a fruit tea or apple tea. And we had one from Poland and he was like, no, that's not true. And then he came up with ChatGPT and we had like 4 times the ChatGPT definition of what tea is, and he still didn't believe it. That was pretty cute. Infusion. Yeah, real tea connoisseurs don't like to call fruit tea tea. We don't call it infusion here, but it also is really not well liked by the German tea community. But the average person, they just say it's fruit tea and it's tasty, and that all that matters. Here we have a little shop who sells his own brand of tea, and they also have so special tea collections. For example, they have like a Christmas market tea. This is a tea with a lot of apple and cinnamon, and it smells like the Christmas market, and I just like cooked apple with cinnamon, or baked apple with cinnamon actually. It's just super tasty, and having a tea that tastes like this is just really nice. So it's that the best thing about winter is on a Sunday afternoon when it's cold outside, you get cozy under a blanket, have a nice cup of hot tea. Best option, the apple tea with cinnamon, and then you just enjoy a nice movie, anime, or just read a book. That's bliss, that's heaven. No, I can't read. Why do you think that I could read? Where did you get this impression from? If I could read, I would be a better person. That's why I have my TTS. Maybe I should put the TTS on my headphones so that it can talk to me. Yeah, Sebastian, that's what I thought. How can you read? We had this discussion earlier today in the Discord. Actually, I could open Discord to see if there's anything. See, I open the Discord and I see a Kiwi meme. For some reason, I think that Kiwi is more popular on my Discord than I am. Kiwi infiltrated my Discord. Nom 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 nom. Sure. Thanks for dropping by, Talsman. Till next time. Yeah, Kiwi mentioned his channel before, but maybe he should put a link somewhere on my Discord so that we can visit his Discord to preach the name of Kiwi, the immortal Beat Saber god. Now we are going over to Kiwi. So, this will put Kiwi's subscription rate even higher. Let's just see what videos he has here. Okay. So, Interesting, interesting. Hey there, Stonebrick. Good morning. Thank you. How are you? Ah, that reminds me, I totally forgot to record CubeVR today. And I still have to do a recording. Thanks, Sebastian. I have a good time. I have a Spezi. I have you guys. What else do I need? It isn't 60 FPS? I mean, it's just burning. But yeah, it should be 60 FPS. And it's in 1440p. It's a good fire. Good fire. Smooth and hot. Before I had a 720p video in 30 FPS. So yeah, now it looks way better. You can see all of the smoke coming up. And I like it. This is my way of a cozy background for a stream. So. Yeah, I have to save my car again. Talking about cars, the guy who has his parking slot right next to mine actually got pissed because he always parks on the utmost side of his parking lot so that I have almost no space to get out of my car. And we all know I am really fat, so I need to open the door wide so that I can roll out of my car. And now he even starts to put in his wheels so that the tires are poking out to protect his car from my door. But that makes it even harder for me to get out. And his wife has even less space to get in the car as well. So he's actually doing himself no good. Some people are strange and stupid. But hey, that's what people are all about, being stupid. Actually, right now at work, or not right now, but these days at work, I am teaching a new employee all about the logistics. And he is in his mid-50s, and he said to me that I would be a good teacher and that I should try to get into a school. I was like, that's what I'm going to do in 3 months. And yeah, it's just nice to see that people still think that I could become a good teacher. So I also hope that my students will think that I am a good teacher at some point. Maybe. Let's see. I could help classes in VR chat. Having a whiteboard and a nice classroom, and then I have my furry teacher avatar. Because on Sunday I used a little furry as an avatar in VR chat. I don't think that people will like me. Usually most people don't like me. It's not that they hate me, it's just in general they don't like me much. So yeah, I will probably be this strange dude that is just there. Yeah, Frisky, I can teach you some private lessons. I still have this avatar. Probably. Maybe. So next time I'm in VR chat, you have to find me because I only have 2 friends in VR chat now. One is Frisky and the other one is a friend that was last online 54 years ago. Even before I actually was born, he was a friend of mine. I think still the best avatar that I had was the black floating panties. Those are actually demon panties I found on a character world. I think it was for Hyperdimension Neptunia. And I just saw those panties and yeah, I like to wear them, especially in Japanese lobbies. I was also in the Black Cat Cafe and there was actually a dude live performing and singing and that was actually pretty nice. Everyone was chill and mature till the squeakers came. It was not as bad as last time I was in VR chat, but squeakers are still a problem. It's really sad that PewDiePie became so squeaker infested so fast. Because back when we started the early versions of PewDiePie, we had a lot of fun. I still remember how heroic Quill jumped to unfreeze me in the eye of certain death. Was really cool. There's still a video that Quill actually uploaded about the PewDiePie stream. How many years ago was that actually? That was like 2.5 years ago. It's so long. Here? Do I have a search button? I think there was one once. Yeah, PewDiePie was last played in September 2022, or 2 years. Only 2 years ago. More than 300 views. Oh, that went pretty good. Okay. I also have a multi-stream from Beat Saber from 25th of February 2020. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that was when I still had really crappy internet, but started with Beat Saber. Yeah, the first day it was really okay. We had some kids, but they were not as obnoxious as all the others that we had afterwards. But we had fun. As long as we had fun and we only remember the good and fun parts, then it will be okay. Yeah, then I once played Gorilla Tag and I quit really fast. That was before it was a paid title on Steam. I also played some Rec Room. And Rec Room was also really squeaker infected. It was, bah. The infestation was real. It's good that I have my Spezi here, because talking so much for some reason actually goes deep in the throat and it starts to hurt. Which is stupid and strange, because in VR I talk a lot of stupid stuff, and it doesn't hurt at all. And now just sitting here in front of my monitor, it's tiring. Maybe this just means that I'm not made out for flat streaming. I am a naturally born VR streamer. Roblox is different. I never really understood the appeal of Roblox, but it has its own economy, and if we don't consider it child labor and stuff like this, it is actually pretty nice that when you can be creative, you can make your own pocket money with your hobby. But in general, I'm not a fan of a free-to-play title that monetizes other people's work. Similar to VRChat, I don't like the paid version of VRChat because they don't do much. Most of the most popular maps are fan-made maps. Most of the most popular avatars are fan-made avatars. Why should I pay VRChat for something that others did? Actually, my coworker is a really hardcore gamer, more than I am. And he always said that once his daughter becomes older, he will have competitions and beat 'em up fights with her for stuff like doing chores or getting more pocket money, stuff like this. It sounds actually pretty cool if you can play with your kids the video games that you enjoy, and they enjoy it too. That's nice. Can never happen for me, but I think it's actually something nice if parents and children has the same hobby. That must be nice. They said that tomorrow it will rain all day. I still have to move some figurine boxes away. I managed to put all of my anime figurines into the showcases, but some of the boxes where the figurines came in are still down in my living room, so the living room looks like a storage area with all of those empty boxes. I have to put them away, but lately I'm just lazy. When I go to work, it's dark. When I come home from work, it's already dark again. And when it's dark, I don't want to walk around outside because it's dark. And in the darkness, there are creepy things like people. I don't like people. People are scary and strange. That's actually something that Nuke in his Nuke Top 5 videos always says, is that the real creepy and scary things are not the supernatural ghosts and stuff, but real life people. Because real people actually are the most scariest things ever, and they are unpredictable. You can never know what a human will do to you. My first bottle is almost empty. Good thing that I brought 3 bottles of Spezi. Maybe I shouldn't talk so much about Spezi, not that YouTube is starting to label this as advertisement and I get demonetized. I wouldn't care much, but monetized streams and videos get a bit more attention from YouTube. So I get at least that. Sorry. Let's see. When did I upload my first video? That is still online. 23rd of July 2019. And it's the Pump Pump Kimochi song from Beat Saber. And when was my first live stream? Other than the Beat Saber stuff. So one of the first CubeVR streams was 25th of June 2020. It was 1 hour long and had 77 views. Sadly that I can't filter by length of the video. I'm pretty sure the longest CubeVR stream I had was 4 hours or something. Actually, there are some people who don't like streamers to do Raid Shadow Legend advertisement. And to be honest, doing a Raid Shadow Legend advertisement is more of a meme than a real advertisement at all. I don't think that any streamer would do it, what's the word? Honestly? No, not honestly. Honestly is not the word, but in all honesty. I think, or I have the impression that most streamers would do like funny when the Raid Shadow Legend stream. No, I wouldn't do NordVPN. If I would do a VPN, I would do something like Ghost VPN, for example. No, I started YouTube because I played Beat Saber and my coworker had Beat Saber on PlayStation VR. And at some point I managed to beat Tokyo Teddy Bear, a really hard expert or expert plus. Let me see. I think it was an expert video. Expert plus. Tokyo Teddy Bear. And yeah, I said to him, yo, I managed to pass the expert plus of Tokyo Teddy Bear. And he was like, uh-huh. He searched on YouTube and he said that there is not a single Tokyo Teddy Bear Beat Saber video on YouTube. So he couldn't say if it was good or bad. So I was like, okay, I will record this. He had to work till midnight. So I was home at 2 a.m. started Beat Saber and started to record my Beat Saber playthrough. I never recorded a video before. I had no idea how to use OBS. I had no idea how to crop videos or render videos or anything. So I just got OBS, installed it and recorded the video. For cutting the video, I used the Windows photo editor because that was the best option to make videos. And then I uploaded this to, yeah, my YouTube that I just had. And I showed him and he was like, oh, that's pretty nice. It wasn't a good one. And it was just, I passed it again. I had to pass it at some point and yeah, it went well enough. And then like 2 or 3 months later, I uploaded in May. Yeah, 30th of May. And I think it was the 4th or the 5th July 2019, I suddenly got a subscriber. And I was like, oh, okay. And then it hit me. I am playing Beat Saber almost every day. So why not just record the videos and upload them? And that's what I did. I recorded my Beat Saber videos. I always tried to record full combo ones. So I did a lot of full combo on hard and expert sometimes. And here and there occasionally an expert plus. So yeah, I uploaded Beat Saber videos every day for more than a year. I had more than 500 Beat Saber videos. And then copyright came right around the corner because I had fun. I had a decent amount of subscribers, around 300, 400 subscribers at this point. Only had around 120 Beat Saber subscribers. The rest was from CubeVR. And yeah, then copyright came and said, oh, I will strike you twice. With the third strike, your channel gets deleted. So I was like, oh my gosh, please don't. After 3 months, those 2 strikes went away. And then I got another 2 strikes again. And that's when I said, okay, you know what? You can be funny with me as much as you want. Take it. Then I privated almost all of my Beat Saber videos. That was not really nice. It felt really sad. Because over the last 1.5 years, those 500 Beat Saber videos were my daily upload stuff. And I had a lot of fun doing it. And suddenly I had to delete this part of my history. And it was really sad. I didn't play any Beat Saber for 2 years afterwards. And then I just managed to get some mods to work and play on the legacy version. And yeah, I started to stream again. That was last year, September. And yeah, since then I tried to be a regular Beat Saber streamer again. I stream it because my streams usually don't get cancelled while I stream. And if they get cancelled afterwards, I just don't care. So I know that my Beat Saber streams usually get blocked worldwide. And as long as I don't monetize them, you can actually see what I'm doing. I once monetized a Beat Saber stream, and as soon as YouTube noticed that I was playing any copyright music, it just muted the stream and got a black screen. So it was mostly black screen before anything else. And yeah, now I know that I can't monetize my Beat Saber streams. They are private right after the stream, and then YouTube usually within a couple of days just block them. Sometimes they don't block the videos or the streams, and sometimes they block it right afterwards. It depends on what I'm playing. Which makes sense. If I'm playing copyright-free stuff, then YouTube doesn't care. But if I do any copyright stuff, of course YouTube will get angry. And that's okay. I have no problem with this because the artists, especially smaller artists without any big labels behind them, they make a living with their music. So it's okay if they get a bit of the money that I make with my videos if I use their art and their work. But yeah, I don't make money with the Beat Sabers, so they don't get anything. And it's actually pretty good that I can monetize my videos, because on my German channel there is advertisement in front of my videos and I'm not monetized. That means with my German videos, YouTube is making all the money and I get nothing from it. But hey, if I can manage to get like 939 939 more subscribers, and 4,000 more watch hours, I can get monetized on my German channel as well. It is late. I'm not good at math. If I would be good at math, I would be a math teacher now. Or a cook. But look at me, I am old, sitting in front of a monitor, drinking lemonade. Tasty lemonade, by the way. Cheers. I am old. So Sebastian, what do you think how old I am? Frisky knows how old I am because I told him today. I got it a couple of times that people say that I am actually not that old, or they think I'm not old because my voice doesn't sound like I'm old at all. And it's my hobbies are more about the younger age. But hey, look at me. I do have a doctor coat. Don't I look like an old, exquisite gentleman? Ha! 28. That was when I was still young and fresh. In the middle of my life. That's 10 years ago. Considering that I'm playing Beat Saber at my age, I am more like a Beat Saber grandpa at this age. I know that there are actually people who are in their 60s and still play Beat Saber, but I'm not sure that they can get up to Kiwi's level. I mean, I can't get at Kiwi's level myself, but at least sometimes I survive Kiwi maps, and that's something. And I beat Kiwi in in 2 maps actually. Yeah, that's for sure. I can't wait for the next Gothic phone. Interesting enough, this Chosen One, or the Timeout one, how he is called right now. The best thing about him being on my Discord is that he made us play Gothic phone. And we have a lot of fun thanks to him. I'm not sure that I would have ever played Gothic phone if it wasn't for him, so we have to thank him for this. We can't say it to him because then he will get even more annoying as he is right now. But yeah, we all know that it's thanks to him. It just... I really like the Gothic phone, especially if we have a lot of people. I recorded one Gothic phone session we had, and I just have to make a video out of this. But I don't have the time for it. Time is one of the biggest problems that I have, because there's so much stuff that I want to do, so much I want to play, to read, to watch, but the day only has so many hours, and it's really tough having time-consuming hobbies. I have to work for almost 10 hours every day, then I have to sleep for 4 hours, so I only have 10 hours of free time, and yeah, I can't use all of this free time because there are sometimes stuff like taking a bath, shave, cook food. It takes a lot of time. Time that is wasted if not being productive. Yeah, sometimes I sleep more than just 4 hours. That means I got even less free time. Back in the old day when I was still in college, it was so nice. You slept for 3 hours and then you had 21 hours of the day for any of your hobbies. I played an MMORPG that came out in 2007. It was called Nostale. I think Nostale is still around. That was also the first video game where I used microtransactions. I used my phone to pay $5 to get cat ears in the game, which actually was a bit of an advantage because they could block Mandragora screams. And when you killed Mandragoras, usually you got a bleeding effect. And with the cat ears, you didn't get this. So you had more health than other people. And they looked cute. They were cat ears. Cat ears are cute. Neko Mimi for the win. Actually, we also started a little clan back then. We were 2 melee fighters and 1 mage. I still remember that one morning I was leveling in the meadows and the mage was just AFK. He fell asleep again and I just pulled him with me. I still remember when we had our first chicken raid. And we had an event where they spawned a huge spider in the marketplace. It was a lot of fun back then. I still remember that I first started on a US server and a week later we got a European server running. It was in mid-November. I went to university in the morning and I actually made build plans how I want to use my skills and stuff. Even though when it comes to skills and builds, Nostale was not really that complex. We had 3 classes and only 1 evolution of it. And then we got a we got a second pretty close. But that's it. You couldn't choose to be a different kind of archer or a different kind of magician when it released. So everyone was a fire mage. And the second class was a water or ice mage. And that was it. It was still a lot of fun. For the archer, the first one was, I think, an archer, and the second was a dual blade assassin or something. I also played some Ragnarok Online back in 2004. Yeah, 2004 I played Ragnarok Online. Even nowadays I sometimes just play on a private server and it's just the music, the way it looks, it's a lot of nostalgia. It's more like the nostalgia as really the gameplay itself. But I have this with a lot of video games. For example, I got Grandia HD collection for the Switch. Just to play Grandia again, which I played back in 2000. Yeah, 2000. Ah, the good old times. I still remember I just got, was it 2002? Yeah, 2002 or so, I just got 16 and I was going to the electronics store to buy a PlayStation 1 game. And it was an anime game and I didn't even notice. But at the cashier, she was like, "Oh, I have to see your ID." And I was like, why? Yeah, this is for 16 and up. And I was like, oh. Yeah, good thing that I got my ID last week. Yeah, RuneScape. I played RuneScape as well. But even back then it was just too complex for me. There was so much to do and it was a bit overwhelming. But it was nice. Interesting enough, if you look back at it, those games didn't have the best graphics, didn't have the best storytelling and such, but they still did really good and I liked them a lot. I still remember in 2012, I played a lot of World of Warcraft. And I still remember that I had a lot of fun listening to anime music, radios, and just running around, grinding those levels. I had a lot of fun. Especially if you live as long as I do, then you usually get to experience even more good video games. And since I started with streaming, I had the opportunity to meet a lot of people who can play video games with me. And I had so much fun in my streams. And yeah, so much pain. If I remember when I did a lot of Valheim VR streams and we just got to the swarms and we died in a really unfortunate place between two enemy spawners. We had to call Grill for help to get us out of there. Quill, thanks for dropping by. Have a nice time at work. I hope you don't bully your co-workers too much. Be nice to them every now and then. And don't get bullied by your superiors. Have a nice day. Maybe till tomorrow. Let's see. Stay healthy. No promises. Well then, cool. Bye. Quill is a good man. I think Quill also came from Hebi. Back when he had his video about the furnace. That was a point where I got a lot of subscribers in a really short amount of time. That was so crazy. I was watching Hebi's videos because I liked his videos and suddenly he was showing my video and I was like, oh my gosh. YouTuber is showing my video. It's a shout out and I was so happy and I didn't even realize that it would be so impactful to my channel. I never expected that so many people would come over to my channel and say hi and subscribe, and that was so nice. I met so many new people. That was really awesome. And I had not much sleep after that video. And I still remember Hebi's first video. It was also really interesting because I also got a lot more subscribers back after his first video, even without any shoutouts, just because people were searching for CubeVR, and because back then there were not that much CubeVR content on YouTube, and I flooded YouTube with my videos, that people had not really that much of a choice. So they came over and watched my videos. Some people stayed. And yeah, it was really interesting. But I still remember that Stonebrick Studios had a really rough time after this video because his Discord exploded after the video. And it was really nice to see QVR getting so much attraction. That made me really happy because QVR is one of my most favorite VR games. Still is and probably always will be. Huh? Frisky, you joined my channel? That's a lie. I don't think you subscribed to me. I would have noticed if a furry like you would ever join me. But to be honest, I can't really remember when it happened. I know some of the Polish guys when they joined me when I was streaming. What's it called? God, I don't know anymore. But yeah, I'm not sure when you joined. It must be around 1 year now. It can't be that long. I mean, I could look in Discord when you joined. But I don't think that counts much. Interesting enough, like 3 years ago, I posted something on Reddit about CubeVR, and a lot of people actually accused me of being the creator of CubeVR on a second account. And I was like, no, I am not the creator. Ah, yeah, I definitely know that you are the alt account of the developer of CubeVR. And even in some streams, people said that they thought that I would be Stonebrick. I never tried to impersonate him, and I really had no idea why people would think this. Just because I make a lot of videos doesn't mean I make the game that I use to get my content. A lot of streamers started their careers with just one video. There's a big German streamer called Kronk, and he started with Minecraft back in 2010, I think. And yeah, he did more than 900 episodes of Minecraft. And yeah, now I'm going to make more than 900 episodes of CubeVR. Interesting. I don't use Twitter, X Twitter. The only social media I use are Discord and Reddit. And that's more than enough. I'm on Blue Sky, but even there I don't tweet or post much. Same for Twitter. I have a Twitter account. I don't know my login anymore, but I have it. And I just like to be a bit more closer to my community, and I think that's where Discord shines. I also do have a subreddit with like 4 or 5 channel members. The problem is, which is also one of the reasons I don't do this as a full-time streamer, doing social media as a one-person company is so hard because you have to be on X all the time. You have to scroll through Reddit, you have to be active on Discord and stuff like this. So if you really want to get recognized, you should stream on Twitch because that's still where the most streamers are. And you have to be on social media. You have to be on Instagram. And my Instagram account got hacked. Yeah, got hacked a couple of years ago. And yeah, I don't see a reason why I should make an Instagram again. I could make an OnlyFans. I think I tried to make an OnlyFans before, but I think I had to enter a credit card or something. And I was like, nope. Just for the fun, I will not make any account where I have to put any credit card information anywhere. To be honest, I do have a Pornhub, or I had a Pornhub account, a creator account, because back then you could make more money to upload your Beat Saber videos to Pornhub than to actually YouTube. So I read this and I tried it. And I actually made like $5 with Beat Saber videos on Pornhub. And I never made any money with Beat Saber on YouTube. Still nowadays, I don't make Beat Saber money. Even though I spend money on my Beat Sabers every month. And money on the Beat Saber Plus with the YouTube chat and stuff. You don't have to look good for OnlyFans. There are people who like to watch people like us who are not so good looking. There's a kink for everything. Yes. If I would have made an OnlyFans account, even then nobody would have watched it. I mean, I would just upload Beat Saber videos or QPR videos there anyway. I wouldn't know what else I should upload. OnlyFans started as a platform where people could share their cooking videos and outdoor biking videos and stuff like this. And yeah, back then people actually got their nowadays OnlyFans stuff on Patreon. And then at some point Patreon had to do something against all of this erotic stuff. So they banned 18+ content on their site. And then a lot of people had switched over to OnlyFans. I noticed this in the cosplay scene. Because a lot of cosplayer started to sell their pictures on Patreon and they got more money for the less cosplay they had. So at some point they just started to become more and more adult material. And then they all got over to OnlyFans and some of them just really started to do AV stuff. A bit sad because I knew some of them and just seeing them getting in this kind of direction was a bit sad because they were good cosplayers and they loved their cosplays. But then, they got the money. Capitalism ruined their lives. Cosplay is a really expensive hobby. When I was still an apprentice with less than 500 euro per month, I started cosplaying. I was on cosplay conventions every second weekend. I had cosplays that cost me up to 200 euro. And it was the best time of my life. I had so much fun because before that I never had that many friends where I could share a hobby with. And suddenly I was surrounded by all of those freaks who were just as freaky as I was. And we did group cosplays together. We met on conventions. It was like a really big family on those conventions. It was so much fun. And that was the first time when I actually got a little bit of, let's call it fame. It was public recognition because people liked my Armstrong cosplay. And that was actually something, getting praised was something I never experienced before in this magnitude. So I had a lot of fun. So yeah, those 3-4 years active cosplaying, that was a good time. I still want to do at least one more Elias Ainsworth from Amagus' Bride. The cosplay was pretty expensive. I only wore it once. So I want to wear it at least one more time. But right now, the only thing I can do is fake Luffy after the time skip. Just being this fat Luffy impersonation. But who knows, maybe I can start to get my body back into shape. I'm trying, I do a lot of workouts and exercises. And at some point, I will get back into shape. Then I will be back in my sexy times. You just have to wait like 100 years. Cosplaying is fun. I don't know if you know the anime Kuroko no Basket or Kuroko's Basketball. I made, or I cosplayed Mura. I can't think of the name right now. The purple-haired dude from Kuroko no Basket, this really tall guy. So Sebastian, thanks for dropping by. Have a nice sleep. And I hope I can see you again in one of my streams. Till then, stay healthy. Good night. Goodbye. Don't even know, when I whisper in the microphone, can you hear it actually? How does this look? Okay, you should be able to hear. You know, whispering is actually really bad for your vocal cords, because your vocal cords are not supposed to stay in this position. So this is really a good way to move your voice. What I never understood at ASMR streams is people who just make noises like going to the microphone, doing such disgusting noises. I don't like this. To take it on the sides. You mean sometimes it's more on the right side and sometimes more on the left side? Really? You're strange. No, like just random noises. Yeah, triggers. Random noises are really not my thing. Or people who eat, like. I just don't like it. I also don't like it when my co-worker is eating loud so that you can hear it over the hall or over the whole office. It's just disgusting. Close your mouth when you're eating. I don't like this. But yeah, I like ASMRs when they just sit in a fireplace, turning the pages on a book. Stuff like this. This is something that I like. And sometimes when they're using those ASMR microphones, when they're doing the whispering, this can be really nice. Especially when they get closer to the microphone. Or then side, doing stuff like this. This is also really nice for some reason. Especially if they whisper some encouraging stuff. That's something that I can understand at ASMR. But yeah, just loud random noises are not my thing. And chewing. Chewing food is also not, not nice. But hey, there's a king for everyone. I will not judge. But my eyes will. So. Needles? So you like to get penetrated by needles? It's not that I like it that much, but I don't dislike it. I'm pretty neutral to this. I had allergy tests before a couple of times, and I have no problem getting infusion, or when I'm donating blood, I have no problem getting the needle in my veins and getting my blood out of the body. Yeah, I have no problems with needles. But I wouldn't say that I'm enjoying it. But, you know, it's neutral. I can understand. There are people who like to get stepped on, so yeah, everyone can have something that he likes. I mean, I like to watch anime. That is weird. When I had my allergy test, I didn't get poked by a needle. They had a little spatula that they used to, yeah, hurt me. They stabbed me in the arms over and over again, and it didn't stop. I also had those hyperimmune treatment against allergies, where they put the antigen into your body over and over again, so that your body could start up a resistance against his allergy. Allergic to being stabbed. And yeah, I had to do this for 3 years, once a week. And once I had a step back. Usually after they injected you with the stuff, you had to sit there for half an hour to see if it swells up, get red, or if anything happened to your body. And one time it did swell. It was really hot. I used 2 or 3 cool packs and it was still burning hot. So I had to redo this week once. But yeah, other than this, it didn't help. Not at all. But it also did not get worse. So for me, the whole treatment was, yeah, neutral as well. Like half of my life is just being neutral. I'm like Switzerland. Yeah. Having allergies is not really fun. But hey, it could be worse. At least I can eat most of the stuff as long as it doesn't contain hazelnut. or apple or pear or cherries or any fruit. I can't eat fruits. If I cook the fruit or make any kind of processed fruit, I can eat it, but I can't eat the fruit fresh from the trees. If I want to eat an apple or a cherry right from the tree, my throat swells up and that's not nice. It all started yeah, it all started when I moved into an apartment which had really bad insulation, and there was always a lot of humidity inside of the rooms and we couldn't get it out, so there was a lot of mold inside of the apartment. And the same year we moved into this apartment, I got bitten by a tick, and all this together made me get allergic to birch and weed. And this spiraled down to getting into being allergic to hazelnut, and from there it went over to apple, and from apple to almost every fruit. But it's okay. No, I didn't get any chibi sense. Or maybe I got and they are just useless. Could have been worse. Some people are allergic to proteins. And yeah, just not being able to eat hazelnut is okay. There are other nuts that I can eat. Like every other nut in existence. Other nuts are tasty. I like to eat peanuts. Even though peanuts are not really nuts. But they taste nice. Actually, I'm also allergic to some painkillers. I used to take ibuprofen for headaches. So, but then my body started to be allergic to ibuprofen. So I took an ibuprofen against the headache, and suddenly my head started to swell. My throat swole, and I was like getting into a Michelin man. I was really getting twice my size. And it was so bad that even my cat was afraid of me. My cat was always afraid of strangers. And I was his most liked person in the family. I was the only one who was allowed to pick him up and look with him out of the window and stuff. But he saw me in my allergic shock reaction, and he was afraid of me because I looked so different that he just ran away. And that was like, no, my heart is broken. My head is swollen. It's time for me to step into the light. Yeah, but it was not really a joking matter because that was really dangerous. But now I know that I can't use this stuff anymore, so I can avoid it and live a normal life. Well, it's not normal. I'm playing Beat Saber and talking to myself in the middle of the night. But I have fun. I have a nice life. I enjoy it. And that's the most important thing. We just had this discussion today at work. Because some influential people or those influencers, they are not really happy with their lives. They didn't accomplish anything. They just try to live a life that they can't have. and they showcase a life that they don't live actually. That's actually sad. And yeah, the co-workers and me, we have our lives. We can afford a normal life, have a hobby, we enjoy the stuff we do. And I'm not talking to you, Frisky. And yeah, just being able to enjoy the stuff that you do is actually something really nice. Even small things, it doesn't have to be anything big. For example, when I make a nice lasagna and it tastes good, then I'm just happy that it tastes good. And just while I'm eating it, I am happy, and that's a blissful day. And you have to enjoy stuff like this, because if you can't even enjoy the small things in life, then there's nothing for you to gain. That's what I think. Because I had to eat a lot of dirt in my life. I was down so many times. I still remember right after my apprenticeship, when I became a professional worker, I didn't even earn enough money to live by any month. So every month I got more and more in debt. And sometimes I couldn't even, right after the paycheck, I couldn't get any money from the bank because I didn't have enough coverage to get anything. So that were really bad times. The boss back then was also a slave driver. I had to work overtime, didn't get paid for it. Was really bad. My girlfriend left me, even though I actually moved closer to her, left everything behind for her, and then she just dumped me. So yeah, back then my life was really, really bad. But I pulled through, I came back. I started to get my teaching license for apprentices. Changed a couple of jobs. Then I got a job where I could actually live with the money I make. And then everything became nice again. And nowadays I know that she doesn't watch me. Actually, after she dumped me, she broke off any contact she had with me. Actually, she always thought that it would be nice if we both could get a degree title, like Professor Dr. Chippy Archer. She wanted this on her doorbell. Well, I have my bachelor professional. She has nothing. She is now working in the cleaning company of her dad, and she is cleaning hospital beds and stuff. While I'm sitting in front of a monitor with a fire in the background. No, I made the best out of it, and I improved my circumstances every time. And yeah, that got me to this point where I am right now. And I'm proud of what I reached. I know it was hard work. I had to do a lot of dirty work to get here. And I'm proud that I pulled it through. I'm worse off. Yeah, I know. Don't ruin it. I try to sugarcoat my miserable life. Just kidding. No, I enjoy my life right now. Actually, she was the first girlfriend I ever had, and he's the only one I'm not in contact with anymore. Every other one, every other person I was in a relationship with, I still have contact with, but not with her. Funny thing is, I met a lot of people through her, and after she broke up with me, all of her friends stayed with me and they abandoned her. So now I have a lot of new friends thanks to her, and she has nothing. She's alone. Which is a bit sad, because I still think she doesn't deserve to be this isolated. But she chose to be this way herself. And I didn't do anything. It was just me. I was just the big asshole I am. And people liked it. I am special. I am a not so evil chippy. To be honest, I know that I am a bad person. And I know that I can't have any relationships because I'm just a big asshole. But at least I try to live the life as nice as I can be. Even the CEO of my current company said that I am a bad person. So, yeah, I am really a bad, evil chippy. Nobody knows me. I am an enigma. Actually, that said, someone said this in a live stream to me, that I am an enigma. That was a really smart person. Really smart. So. Oh no. I dropped my hair tie. This morning my old hair tie that I used for almost a year just broke, and I used a new hair tie and that just fell down to the ground. Lost forever. On the floor. Ah, there it is. I can see it. Thanks to the RBG lightning of my PC, I found it. Got it back. But one of the biggest problem if you're a big person, sometimes when something fell to the floor, it's such a big way to get down there and pull it up again. Being big is not always nice. Especially if you have to work in a society that is made for normal-sized people. For example, every printing machine I worked with was built so that the average-sized person can normally stand in front of the machine and clean it. When I stand in front of the machine, I have to bend over to reach down to clean it. And that's not really comfortable, especially if you have to clean the machine for 2 or 3 hours. I never understood why you have to have RGB in your PCs. I mean, it looks nice, but my PC is underneath my desk. I don't see it. I play VR. I don't see anything. And I'm not playing better just because the fans in front of the PC or on top or inside of the case or wherever are changing colors. That doesn't make it better. I mean, it looks nice. There are keyboards that change color and stuff, and it's a colorful trip for sure. But it doesn't make me better at typing. The same for PC mice. A PC mouse from Razer can cost up to $80. And the mouse that I have is a $5 mouse. And I like it even more because, not just because it's cheap, but because it works. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just a mouse with a wheel, left click, right click. That's it. There's nothing there that can get in the way. Simple is good. I still remember a couple of years ago, if you wanted to have RPG for your PC, the RPG stuff costed more money than the non-lighted version. And nowadays, it's more expensive to get non-RPG stuff. What did you send me? Oh, that's nice. That's really awesome. Wow, that's so cool. That's really nice. Actually, there are Evangelion typed PCs. There's an Evangelion Unit 1 PC and a Unit 2 PC. The Unit 1 has a 1390 and a pretty decent CPU and stuff. The Unit 2 has a 4090 or 4080 and a lot of decent stuff. And they look really nice because the case looks like an Evangelion. The main board has Evangelion colors. The cooler is Evangelion themed. The graphics card is themed to the Evangelion. So those EVA PCs look pretty nice. They have decent power. They are not high-end PCs, but on the higher mid-range. But they are super expensive. For a mid-ranged Evangelion PC, I get my high-end VR PC. Which is really sad because I would have loved to get at least the case. But we can't have everything. In the end, I wouldn't see it that often. Do I see this correctly? There are 5 people watching? Nice. Ah, you just checked the Evangelion build. It looks really cool, right? When I was in Japan in 2019, we were in a shop where you could buy life-sized dolls. That was actually really creepy, to be honest. Because we knew that they were dolls, but they were really human-sized and it was pretty creepy. I mean, having a 1-to-1 size Evangelion doll would be a bit too much. But yeah, having something like Nanachi would be pretty nice. Not sure if it would get through a normal door, but you could squeeze it maybe. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. It's already 10:15. I'm still getting birthday wishes on the Nukes Top 5 video. Even my friends already So the friends I talked about earlier that I got through my ex-girlfriend, they all wished me happy birthday today. That's nice. So maybe I should go to bed soon. Or maybe not. I still have some videos that I need to watch. And I have to record a QPR video. But I could also record this tomorrow and hope that I can upload before 12 o'clock. Well, actually my brother forgot my birthday. Or he just chose to not talk to me anymore for some reason. Last time he talked to me was a week before his birthday so that I can give him his birthday money. But yeah, he didn't contacted me after his birthday and yeah, didn't even get a happy birthday message from him. Which is a bit sad, but yeah, it is what it is. That's life. I have you guys. You guys are nice. I like you. And I really mean it. You mean a lot to me. Thank you for everything. It's really hard. I see sometimes people who have a really nice and intact family and I'm always like, how can your family work? My family is everyone hates everyone. No one is friendly with anyone here. It is pretty fun. I think I could do this every now and then. Sure. Thanks for dropping by, Com. Till next time, and please stay healthy. 1D, not 2D. So. You have to do it correctly, otherwise it's not correct. So tomorrow I will play some Undertale. I have this game for almost a year now and never played it. I have a lot of games that I never played. I just got Half-Life 2 for free on Steam thanks to the 20th birthday celebration. I still remember that I got Half-Life 1 and 2 back in the day. It's already 20 years ago. Huh. Time goes by so fast. So yeah, I also got the VR mod for Half-Life 2. So maybe I will stream this at some point. Not this Saturday because I will celebrate my birthday with the parents. Next Saturday I will celebrate with some friends. So at some point I will. Maybe in the middle of a week. Maybe on... when? I don't have time to stream anything. Maybe next Monday would be okay. Maybe next Monday. I could try. Yeah. Other than this, I think I did pretty well. The whole stream went for more than 2 hours now. So I would say it's now time to end the stream. I would say thanks for dropping by. We can have a great time again tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah. Thanks for everything. Till next time and stay healthy. Night. Bye bye.